Do you have tons of pretty pattern lightweight paper and wish you knew more ways to use it for easy and beautiful cards? We all do, right? Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik, and in this video I'm sharing an easy way to add pleated dimension to your backgrounds and die cuts. Here is an example card. I have pleated the background in this card, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I discovered this technique in a UK magazine called Love Card Making, and her dimensions were in centimeters, so I played around and I settled on some very easy measurements to use. You can use any size and weight of designer paper. I suggest a lightweight and one-sided for the easiest. It doesn't have to be, but it's easier to see on the back if it's white. The pleating side is going to end up a little less than 1/2 of the original size. So for an example, an 8.5 by 11 will end up 8.5 by 5 1/4, and a 6 by 12 will end up about 6 by 5 1/2. We're going to work from the back. I have turned my scoreboard so it's easier for me to work with, and what I discovered is that if you score on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., and then you score at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4, you're going to have some nice pleasing pleats, easy to do, and those dimensions seem to work well. So I'm going to score on 1. Now all scoreboards of course have these tools with them, but I think that especially with this lightweight paper, working with a rounded edge tool such as this one from Tonic Studios tears the paper less. So I recommend that for this lightweight paper anyway. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on this piece. And then we're going back and we're doing 1 1/4, 2 1/4, etc. On this board, the 1/4 inch marks have a little dot on them, so that makes it nice and easy to pick those out. I suggest working again from the back and folding all the lines the same way because they're easy to see, and that way you have them started, but when we turn the paper over we're going to be doing mountain valley accordion folding, but for now we're just doing it one way to get them started. I'm flipping it to make it a little easier, starting from this side now. Just get that last 1/4 inch one. So they're all folded from the back. Then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to go fold down on the 1 inch mark and then up in a valley fold on the 1/4 inch mark. And there we have our first pleat. So once again, down on the 1 inch mark and up on the 1/4 inch mark. And every so often I take a bone folder and I reinforce those folds. Down and pinching it and going up on the 1/4 inch line. Down. And it's just a matter of maneuvering the paper down and up. It's not difficult. And once your pleats are done, you can take a piece of tape to the back and just hold them in place. It's just regular tape. And the pleats are done. If you want to, you can put a line of glue underneath them to hold them a little flatter. That is what I did with this card. I took some similar blue kind of sea-looking, ocean-looking paper, and I pleated it at 1 inch and 1 1/4 back and forth. And when I'm done, if I'm going to use it for a background, I like to cut it out with a die like this one from Colorations, and that way you get a perfect sized background for an A2 card. If that's what you want. And so I attached it, and I even put a little pleat on the inside to a white A2 card. And this is a little hint of what's coming in next week's video. It's a favorite technique of mine that I'm going to share. And so this is the first sample, and then I have a fall card here that I made. Again, a pretty leaf that I made with the Deep Impressions technique that I'm going to show next week, and I die cut the background out with that same die. I like the stitching edges and also that they're nice and clean. And if anything's sticking up, you can put a little line of glue under that. This Thankful is from Gina K. You can also choose to just die cut shapes out of your pleated paper. So this pleated paper I die cut a stitched butterfly out of, and in this case the pleats are going this way, and then I also punched out another butterfly out of that same pleated paper. And behind the happy on this happy birthday, this shaded die is from Tonic Studios, and I did the background in that shaded paper. On the inside I have another stitched butterfly and a Celebrate from Tonic Studios. And all the cards I show will be blogged this week, and I'll leave links to them if you want more specifics. I think this one might be my favorite of the cards that I made. I chose to die cut 3 Spellbinders open ornaments out of the pleated paper, and I even did some sponging to accent the pleats, sponging a little along the outside. The words are from Quiet Fire Design by Susan Cannon, and on the inside I have another die. So those are the cards that I made with this technique. And I had fun. Have you tried pleating on your cards before? Let me know in the comments if you've used the pleating for backgrounds and on your die cuts, or if this is brand new to you. And please share if you try this easy and fun way to add pleated dimension to your cards. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and for helping me share the joy of creativity.